I wake up the next morning, notification. I see a notification on Snapchat. So I opened it and I'm like, hang on a second, what have I just seen? And it didn't even last a second.
So this is an accusation that's been made from a sister towards a brother who does Nasheed. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go further. So I kind of investigated the matter. Obviously, when we watch the video, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the principles. How does the Sharia deal with this? Because a lot of people deal with it with their emotions. No, I saw it, I heard it, it must be him. No. Is this how the Sharia works?
Of course.
It doesn't. So what, let's do this, Sheikh. Let's go and hear the recording from the sister, her story, her take on the matter, and we'll come straight back. From our Dawah team, inshallah, who's going to be within the conversation. So it's not just me and her, just to keep it, inshallah, extra halal. I'm just waiting for their phone call. Okay, they're calling, yeah? Okay, so inshallah you guys will be able to hear it. Asalaamu Alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam. I'm just going to merge the calls regarding this. Okay, bear with me one moment.
Okay, alright, no problem. Okay, hello, Asalaamu Alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam. Walaikum Assalam.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got both of you on now.
Okay, alhamdulillah, that's good. Us from the start, because I think you said that you used to follow this brother.
Yeah. So I've been following this brother for almost a year, or maybe even more than a year. He's been on my Instagram for quite a while. He's always recited the Quran, and he sings Nasheeds, and he's a Nasheed artist, and I think he travels the world and things like that to do his performances, and he's invited to weddings and stuff. So I've been following him for quite a while. I've always thought of him as a very lovely guy. If you look through the messages, I'm sure you've seen, I've said to him, you're a very good example for the young generation in this day and age. So obviously he messaged me on Saturday evening, and he said to me, Asalaamu Alaikum. I'm like, Wa Alaikum Assalam, brother, how are you? I'm good. And we exchanged all that, and then his third question was, are you married? I said no. And at that point I thought to myself, okay, hang on, this guy's asking me, are you married? He's a very Islamic guy. He may be interested in a marriage conversation. That's the first thing that came into my head. And then after that, it made it even more clear to me that he is interested in a marriage talk. Was his next question, how old are you? And then after that he goes to me, I don't really use Instagram. I use Snapchat for my personal life. So do you have Snapchat? I said yes I do, but I hardly ever use it. But here you go anyway. So he adds me on Snapchat. I accepted him, and on Snapchat he only asked me one question. I asked him one question. His question was, have you ever been in a relationship? And I answered that. And then I asked him, and he goes, yeah, I've been in many. That's it. That was the end. I said, okay. Now I wake up the next morning. The first thing I do when I wake up is obviously, like everyone else, to check my phone.
So was that all you talked on Snapchat? That's it?
That's all I said, and I honestly regret not screenshotting it because with Snapchat, when you screenshot, the other person knows that you've screenshotted it. So the next morning I wake up, I see this notification. I see a notification on Snapchat. So I opened it, and I'm like, hang on a second, what have I just seen? And it didn't even last a second. Honestly, not even a second that did. So I thought, hang on, is this from that same guy? And I looked at it again. I got up at that moment. I sat on my bed. I'm like, let me just see this again. But before I did it, I thought to myself, you know what? I think I should screen record this, because if it is from that particular guy, then I am honestly disgusted, and I need proof and evidence. I do. So
he sent you like a dirty picture of his private parts.
He sent me a picture of his private parts. Like that's the only thing I could see in the picture. So I screen recorded it. And then I messaged back saying, I don't even know whether I should be saying this, but I said dog. And I get a message saying, this guy cannot see this snap until he accepts you as a friend on Snapchat. So I was like, hang on, this guy's blocked me, that means. I went onto Instagram. I'm like, I'm not leaving this guy alone. I'm going to message him. So I messaged him saying, how dare you send me such a disgusting picture? Look at the state. Look at the way you dress. I said to him, you're getting exposed. Remember that it's people like you that are a disgrace to Muslims. Look at your beard and the way you dress, and look at your deeds. Yuck. You were scared of getting exposed on Instagram, so you wanted to add me on Snapchat, lol, so you could send me dirty pictures. I said, watch, you've messed with the wrong person. You just wait. And then I said to him again, what you going to do now? Block me? Or are you going to come out with some dumb excuses like... but then one of my friends actually said to me that he is actually a pervert. So that kind of got to me as well. Like,
Who told you that?
One of my friends, she said to me he is a pervert.
How does she know?
Friend of, well, I don't know how she knows. I didn't ask her that either.
So obviously I understand it from your perspective, and the reason why I'm taking this matter so seriously, because at the end of the day, like you said, we don't want people to just think that they can use my account got hacked, and that can happen. Yeah, we don't want to make it seem like people's account can't get hacked, but the issue here is we don't want people to use that as an excuse and say, oh, that's a good idea, I'll do this, and when I get caught, I'll just say my account got hacked. Do you get it?
Yeah.
But we're not also negating that accounts cannot be hacked, because they can be hacked. Do you get it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we just don't want people to think that because there might be a legitimate case of something like this happening, and people can start doubting, thinking, oh yeah, your account got hacked. Yeah, a lot of sisters think that if they come out, that they're going to be shamed and this, that, so they stay silent, and when they stay silent, their aggressors or these people who are taking advantage of them become louder, if that makes sense. The victims are staying silent, but the perpetrators are becoming louder.
The funny thing is, yesterday night,
Stop there. Before we start our video with my sheikh, inshallah, I want to give you guys an update. The marriage documentary is nearly ready, inshallah. I will be advising this sister in the full clip in my marriage documentary how to suss out somebody who's genuine and not, and who is there to mess around and play around and give you heartache and waste your time. Also, I'll be telling you guys how a sister came through a brother that I know, which you'll find out in my marriage documentary, for marriage. And I said, okay, that's really good. And guess what happened? I was following her and seeing stuff that she likes and, stuff that she comments on. Stuff that I found out was very grim and very unexpected. In my marriage documentary, you're going to find out exactly how that happened. So you will see for yourself the kind of stuff I found out. I don't want any of you guys to fall into what I did and to find the genuine, true partner, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, we've got an amazing, amazing website coming that's going to make your life easy and going to help every single one of you guys to get married easily to the person you want very soon. Now let's watch the video. Brothers and sisters, you heard that for yourself very clearly. The sisters told her side of the story, and I briefly do touch up in that audio clip that I got in contact with the brother. Okay. Yeah, I got in contact with the brother. I found out because the sister put it on a story. I said, sister, firstly take that off.
Absolutely.
Because the first thing we need to do is let's take it off.
You know what? Let's start here, inshallah.
Should we start here? Okay, good. Okay.
Someone comes with an accusation.
It comes with an accusation. Yes.
Now the Sharia has a way of dealing with this. There's a mechanism in the Sharia, and this is called qada. What does qada mean? It literally means judicial law. So there's a due process that has to happen. Okay, whenever an accusation is made on another person, we call this in Arabic al-mudda'i wal-mudda'a alayh. Literally the plaintiff and the complainant and the defendant and the plaintiff. Now, firstly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina in ja'akum fasiqun binaba' fatabayyanu. Oh, you have iman, if a fasiq, an evil, rebellious person comes to you with something, fatabayyanu, clarify. Now, our position in a court of law is that we cannot accept the accusation of anyone, irrespective of who it is, until we look at and we hear the other side. Okay, the mudda'a alayh. Okay, and then obviously there's certain mechanisms that we can use, such as witnesses or oaths or etc., some qara'in, supportive evidences, and a ruling can be made. But the point I want to emphasize here is that it is invalid. It is invalid for anyone to claim and to make an accusation and for it to be taken on face value like this. In fact, it's a crime to do this. And in fact, a person who makes a claim upon another person, irrespective of what it is, can be subject, of course, this in an Islamic state, Islamic environment, it can be subject to what we call ta'zir, and that is a punishment by the ruler or the judge. Okay, if a false accusation is made and it's not supported with any corroborative evidences.
Okay, so that's very interesting because this is a very serious matter because in the Sharia, slander is punishable by lashes.
You know why?
No.
Not only it's to preserve the ird of someone.
Yes.
To preserve the honor.
And that's what the Sharia came down to.
The Sharia came down to protect 5 things. Some say 6. The 6th thing being the ird, the honor of someone.
Yes.
So there is a mechanism. There are protocols and principles in place, qawa'id in place to protect this.
Exactly, especially with the accusation that was made to Aisha anha, and and Allah sent down revelation. Why didn't the believing man assume the best? So our default position, you're telling us, is that firstly we assume the best. Number one, and that's the one thing that I try to tell the sister, let's assume the best. could have been hacked. Anything could have happened, and that's how the first step should be. And the reason why we're coming to people of knowledge, brothers and sisters, is because slander is a massive thing. For me, to be honest, to do the video on my own, I thought to myself, nah, because slander is a huge thing, and it has to be dealt accordingly. Because people haphazardly, I heard this, no, I saw this, and they spread this information, and you're actually damaging this person's honor.
You know, you mentioned something, Mumtaz Ali. May Allah bless your Jannah. Surah Al-Ahzab, Surah Nur, Afwan, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has one whole page dedicated to the story of Aisha. It's incumbent upon all the listeners of this video to go back and read that, read those ayats.
And you know why it's so important? Because 3 years ago I did a documentary where I went to France. I went to Paris, into these ghettos, and actually we was threatened with a cameraman. A girl committed suicide. She threw herself out the window because a video was circulating of her committing zina with a man, and this rumor was flying about. And I was saying, how could you make this accusation? You don't know. Oh, the video. What are you talking about? We live in a technology where it can be photoshopped. Anything could have happened. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like the judge will look for shubahat, like he'll look for doubt.
Course,
Is there any doubt?
Of course,
These people.
By the way, Cameron, some of the ulama were actually of the opinion that CCTV video footage can't even be admissible in the court.
Especially in today's time, Photoshop.
Especially because of this issue. And in fact, this was actually, if I remember correctly, Sheikh Muqbil. So back in the day, 15, 20 years ago, he was like of this opinion. Were it not for the rahmah of Allah, and you can see, for example, what's inside my heart, you would never be friends with me, akhi.
Same, exactly. This is the mercy of Allah.
You would not sit with me, akhi. You know, Abu Abdullah al-Qahtani, he says in his Nuniyya, Wallahi law alimu qabih sarirati la abissalam alayhi ma yaqani. He says, Wallahi, if they only knew the disgusting nature of my soul, my inner secrets, no one would even say salam to me. They would shy away from me, turn away from me, and they will never be my friends.
And that's where there's a dua that if someone praises you, if someone praises you, you say to them that, may Allah forgive me for what you do not know about me, and may Allah make me better than what you think of me. And it's a beautiful dua that you should keep in mind. But just moving on, Sheikh, now obviously one of the reasons why we're doing this video is because at the end of the day, even though we assume the best with his brother, we don't believe it was him, his account was hacked, no problem. But the issue is there are brothers out there with these platforms that are doing this, Now, us brushing under the carpet takes a responsibility off us, and because these are our sisters. If they can't turn to other brothers, okay, then who are they going to turn to, And this makes them, and these issues happened before, do you get it? So now, what do you advise those brothers who have these platforms, Because one of the reasons we've done this video is to, and I'll be honest, put the fear in their heart, and shall I tell you something? For myself as well. This should keep me in check that if it's me, expose me. Wallahi, I'm telling you, if it's me, whoever it is, if it's being done, because I had stories of 15 sisters came to me about a specific brother. 15. And it's a problem, and we have to, and this should keep everybody in check. So what do you advise those brothers who have a platform? Be it Nasheed, be it Dawah, be it Quran, whatever it may be, whatever you're doing. Give some advice. Maybe they fall short, but
I mean, look, number one, and no doubt you've been advised yourself, and you're perhaps in a better position than me to advise, due to your position, due to your platform that you have. Okay. Now the reality is that firstly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will question you for what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. It's as simple as that. Every ni'mah that you have is questionable yawm al-qiyamah. So this platform that you have, number one, are you using it for good, or are you using it for shar? Are you from the awliya of Allah, from the friends and helpers of Allah who help this deen? Allah Jalla wa'ala says, Kuna ansar Allah, be from the helpers of Allah. Or are you from the ansar of shayateen, the hizb of shayateen? Are you the helpers of shaitan? So the reality is we have to really question ourselves and see exactly where do we fit in this line. Because it's two very good. Fariqun fi Jannah or Fariqun fi Nar, Allah says. There will be a party in the Jannah and a party in the Nar. It's as simple as that. There is no in between. Okay? Except for Ashab al-A'raf, and eventually they will go to Jannah. A long discussion amongst the Mufassirun anyways. The ulama, whenever they would meet with one another, they would advise one another with these words. Whenever they would write to one another, they would write at the bottom of their letters, on their books and stuff, these words. You know what the words were? Man aslaha sariratahu aslaha Allahu alaniyatahu. You know what that means? Whomsoever rectifies his private affairs, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rectify his public affairs. Now, whomsoever rectifies that which is with Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will rectify that which is with the people. Whomsoever does this and concerns himself with the akhirah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take care of the dunya for him.
SubhanAllah, you're right, Sheikh. Allah, you need to ask yourself this question, brothers and sisters.
يستخفون من الناس, Allah says. يستخفون من الناس ولا يستخفون من الله ومن الله وهو معهم إذ يبيتون ما لا يرضى من القول. Allah Jalla Surah An-Nisa, that they hide away and they shy away from the people, but they don't shy away from Allah. And Allah is with them when they spend their nights doing things that displease Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we really have to give this ihsan, because it's a form of nifaq, it's a form of hypocrisy in our actions. And subhanallah, a'udhu billah, the worst of the people, of course, we know from the hadith of Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, that one of the first person of three people to be thrown into the fire, the qari, the mujahid, the alim, the reciter of the Quran, the mujahid and the scholar. And these are supposed to be the most blessed of deeds. And we can extrapolate from this, anyone who's a platform to call for good, if it means that behind closed doors, a'udhu billah, he is doing that which he warns against. Then his position with Allah is very questionable, akhi. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us.
Yeah, and brothers and sisters, in a nutshell, and this happens both ways, I have to say. This thing, it's not just brothers doing this. It happens both ways. Personally, in my marriage search, I've witnessed things that have been asked towards me. So let's get this right, because it's not like a whole monopoly on the men's side.
Absolutely.
Females do this. Females even actually message to trap public figures on purpose and speak in certain ways, just so they can trap and say, you see, and wallahi, this is done. It's both. One is plotting, and the other one, the man who's doing it, maybe he's doing it because of his desires, which is wrong still. Wallahi, it's still wrong. The other one is plotting and planning, let me take him, how can I trap him? And you're using a man's biggest weakness.
Allah says.
What is that?
Yes. Of the woman of
Azim.
Your plot is
subhanallah. You're doing better than shaitan, subhanallah. And that's why, brothers and sisters, inshallah, and also fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, imagine this was your sister. Imagine some other man sending dirty pictures to your sister, your wife, your mother, your daughter. Wallahi, you lose the plot. Don't be a hypocrite. Do not be a hypocrite. You fall short. Every one of us are sinners. Don't think of us some perfect beings. Wallahi, anyone, we ask Allah to protect us. We ask, it's Allah's protection that we're not doing it. Don't think of the great Ali Dawah, Sheikh Abu Sufia. Wallahi, if we ask Allah to protect us. And that's it, brothers and sisters. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And to be honest, there's nothing to be enjoyed about. But I hope it's been you've learnt a lot, and you deal with the situation the right way. And jump on it, because otherwise you hear something, don't add fuel to the fire. Assume the best, inshallah. Till next time, Asalaamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.